The spring classics begin this weekend with the Omloop Het Nieuwsblad and Kuurne-Brussels-Kuurne, a pair of Belgian races that annually signal the opening of the classic season. No rider has ever completed a double in the Belgian opening weekend by winning both Omloop and Kuurne-Brussels-Kuurne. Will this be the year? Perhaps. Last year's KBK winner, Tom Boonen, holds the record for wins at 3, though he has never won the Omloop. He came closest in 2012 when he launched his sprint too early, allowing Sepp van Mark to squeeze past for the victory. As he has since joining the Edix Quickstep team in 2011, Stybar will again play the joker for the Belgian Classic superpower. He was instrumental in Niki Terpstra's win at Paris-Roubaix last year, and his third-place finish at Vuelta a Murcia showed that Stybar has recovered from the pair of injuries in late 2014 that sidelined his cyclocross season. Alexander Kristoff has already registered 4 wins this year, with 3 in Qatar and 1 in Oman. The Norwegian hardman has yet to reach the podium at Omloop or KBK, but his recent streak of form shows he's now riding on another level, and top 5 finishes at De Ronde the past 2 years prove he's more than capable in Flanders. Sepp van Mark broke through in 2012 with his sprint win ahead of Boonen at Omloop. He famously finished last year's classic season without a win, yet never finishing worse than 5th in any race, including 3rd to Boonen at Kuurne-Brussels-Kuurne. Greg Van Avermaet is the best active classics rider to never register a big win. He's been in the top 5 at Flanders, Roubaix, Gent-Wevelgem, and Brabantse Pijl, as well as last year's Omloop, but his biggest one-day win remains Paris-Tours back in 2011. He's desperate to register that major victory, and podium finishes on stages at Qatar and Oman show he started the season on form. Because catchy titles limit us to 5 riders per race, 10 overall, this preview starts with a bit of a caveat. Those lists won't include the 5 riders already mentioned, those with a realistic shot at winning either race. I mean, to choose only 10 riders for both races? Come on. 5 to watch at Omloop Het Nieuwsblad. Sky's Ian Stannard is the defending champion at Omloop, having won a 2-up sprint against Van Avermaet. The former British champion will be backed by Bernie Eisel, Luke Rowe, and a certain Sir Bradley Wiggins, who is honing his cobblestone skills in preparation for an assault on Paris-Roubaix. 3rd at Omloop last year, Edvald Boassenhagen has left Team Sky to captain the underdog MTN Quebec squad. Backed by Gerald Ciolik and Tyler Farah, Boassenhagen remains, as always, a man to watch. BMC's Philippe Gilbert is a 2-time winner at Omloop, but those wins came back in 2006 and 2008 when it was still called Omloop Het Volk. So far this year, Gilbert has raced at Dubai and Qatar without a notable result, though he placed runner-up overall to AG2R's Ben Gastower at the Tour du Haut-Var over the weekend. Last year's Paris-Roubaix winner Niki Terpstra has twice taken wins at Dwars door Vlaanderen, a similar Flanders classic, but never at the Omloop. Riding in the same colors as Boonen and Stybar will, as always, present options for the lanky Dutchman. Last on this list is Belgian Johan van Summeren, who has made the jump from Garmin Sharp, or Garmin Dale as they're sometimes referred to the French squad AG2R La Mondiale. The former Roubaix champion has performed better on the French pavé than on the Belgian cobbles, and he's a bit of a wild card, but he will be looking to make an impact with his new team. 5 to watch at Kuurne-Brussels-Kuurne. Spring racing in Belgium belongs to Tom Boonen, last year's winner and the race's only 3-time champion, though he'll almost certainly be riding to bring Mark Cavendish into clear view of the finish line. Cavendish was beaten twice in Argentina by the relatively unknown Colombian sprinter Fernando Gaviria, but he has shown to be on good form of late, winning once at San Luis and taking 4 more wins, including the one-day Classica de Almeria. One man who will be racing, however, is Andre Greipel. The bulky German finished 3rd at KBK in 2011, but has never won a proper Belgian classic. And no, sorry, Paris-Brussels doesn't count. A sprint win at Algarve on Sunday shows that Greipel is firing on all cylinders. Sky's Chris Sutton won KBK in 2011, though he hasn't won a major race since taking a Vuelta stage that same year. With Bernie Eisel and Ian Stannard riding support, Sutton could well be in position to battle for that much-needed victory. With Edvald Boassenhagen sitting out KBK, his name was not on the provisional start list anyhow, MTN Quebec will look to sprinters Gerald Ciolek and Tyler Farah. Ciolek's won a monument with Milan-San Remo in 2013, but Farah, who lives in Ghent, is the better bet on Belgian roads, with top 5 finishes in his career at the Tour of Flanders, Dwars door Vlaanderen, Ghent-Wevelgem, Omloop Het Nieuwsblad, and yes, Kuurne-Brussels-Kuurne. When it comes to field sprinting, France's Nasser Bouhanni ranks among the best in the sport. Kuurne-Brussels-Kuurne is no ordinary day for the sprinters, however, and Bouhanni is a bit of an unknown at the Spring Classics, though he did run second at the Omloop van Het Houtland in 2013. Well, there you have it. That's our top 10 riders to watch. That's 15! Well, math was never my strong point. But if we've missed anyone, let us know in the comments section below. To take a closer look at the bikes used to ride the cobbles, click up here. For a better understanding of how to ride the cobbles, click down here. And to subscribe to GCN, click here.